What is up, y'all? Been a minute. Finally doing something to the car. Sorry I haven't been around, but today we're gonna do something very VQ-like. So, I finally said, what the hell, and I was gonna send it and buy an exhaust, but this isn't no ordinary exhaust. This is eBay. The best of the best. Nothing like cheap trumpety parts to make your car sound crappier. Maybe. We'll see. I'm here to put that to the test. Hopefully it doesn't sound terrible. I got that. Got the muffler, extension pipe, which I think I left in my room. It's a 12-inch extension pipe. And this beautiful white pipe. Honestly, it's not that bad. I think I paid probably like 350 bucks. No, I'm lying. It was like 250 bucks with the sale. So without the sale, it's probably closer to 300. And then an extra maybe 40 or 50 bucks for the extension pipe if you have a G35. I went with a 12-inch. You could probably get away with an 8, but I'm going to be cutting a little trim out of my bumper just to call it a day so I don't have to worry about stuff hitting. Now, I already got the car on the lift. My buddy Luca was nice enough to give me his quick jack, so I already spent like 45 minutes getting this up in the air. Everything's looking all nice and rusty, but it's up in the air. We're gonna get to it. I'm gonna turn the car on. I'm gonna do a little before, and obviously I'll do a little bit of an after, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so I'm gonna get this set up right here. I'm gonna get a little before sound clip for y'all. Alright, little update. We got the exhaust off. I thought this was a Y pipe, but I guess it's just two individual pipes. Took off that little diffuser because I was falling off too. And I got this fat bitch helping me out. Thank you, Luca. Appreciate it. But now we gonna put in the new one. If this kid would stop laughing at me for 2 seconds. Alright, well, I got the exhaust on. Unfortunately, nothing lines up at all. So, for now, we have the hanger zip tied like that, which is completely off. And this one, completely off. I had the 12-inch extension. Probably should have gone with the 8, but the reason why I went with the 12 is so it can kind of stick out the bumper a little bit better, which it kind of does, but nothing too crazy. The fitment is atrocious right now, but I'm going to get it higher up so it looks a little bit normal, or whatever you want to call it. But yes, it does look kind of out of place. But I'm going to do a cold start. It's not really a cold start. I'm going to do a warm start with the silencer and then one without the silencer. So, here, hold this. God damn, that thing is smoky. I'm gonna let it warm up for a little bit. I'm gonna take the silencer off. Once it's really warm, I'll just fucking bang it out real quick. See how loud it gets. If it doesn't really get that loud, oh well, but we'll see what happens. Took the silencer off. I'm gonna see what it sounds like idling for a little bit until it gets up to temp, and then we'll bang on it.
Honestly, not that big of a difference.
Yeah, not that big of a difference. But maybe once I get on it.
Yeah, I feel like the idle is going to be the same. It's not really like much.
Yeah, I do have cats, so it's definitely muffling it quite a bit still. But hopefully, once there's more pressure, especially under load, I'm probably not going to drive it right now, but especially under load, it'll sound like a pure trumpet, and then we'll be golden. But we'll see. But for now, I'm going to let it warm up, get back to you in a second. Car is warmed up. I'm gonna try to rev it. We'll see what happens. Damn, that thing is smoking like a bitch.
Rev it up, rev it up, rev it up.
Oh my God. Does it actually sound good?
No, it does. It really sounds good.
I don't know. You wanna do it so I can hear it? But
It sounds great.
thank you, appreciate it.
For VQ, it does sound good.
Look, say that again.
For VQ, it does sound good.
You heard it here, folks.
It's not super raspy.
All right, so update. As you could see, the car is off the quick jacks and the exhaust is on. It's been 3 days since the last clip that y'all just saw. Now, what ended up happening is the 12-inch extension pipe is a little bit too long, which is what I wanted because I wanted the exhaust to stick out a lot farther past the bumper so all the soot doesn't stick as much to the bumper as I would have hoped it would have. But turns out that was a lot more complicated than I thought because I didn't encounter the fact that the shape of the exhaust is not going to line up with the chassis very well, and that was dumb of me. So I sent out the pipe to get it welded by somebody I knew. I got it back, I put it on, now everything is great. If you're gonna get this exhaust, buy the 8-inch, save yourself a whole bunch of time, everything will fit guaranteed. The only thing that I'm not like the biggest fan of is that the tip of the exhaust does not really surpass even like just the plastic of like the muffler housing or like cutout for the tip of the exhaust. So down the road, I'm probably gonna go back to the welder, just extend the tip out because I want it away from the bumper as much as possible, especially if down the road, if I decide to get a flame tune or something like that, you know, it doesn't burn the bumper as much. But this is where we're at. This is kind of like the Fitment. It's not the greatest, but it's really not that bad either. I wish it was just a tad bit higher. It could be because, you know, maybe I just didn't get the greatest, you know, batch or whatever, or, you know, it is a cheaper exhaust than the average, so Fitment is expected not to be great. Or it could be because apparently I found out this car actually had a little bit of a rear end accident, and, you know, that could be messing with my Fitment too. Nothing too crazy. It is what it is. You kind of get what you pay for, but overall, very solid exhaust. Not that bad. Sounds pretty good. I'm gonna do another sound clip for y'all. And the name of the exhaust is Flashark. So if you want to get it, it's really not that bad. $255 to $300, you're golden. Especially if you're on a budget like me, because I'm probably gonna total this car on the track, and no point in dropping $1,000 for a Tomei. No bueno. Not doing that. So let's get some sound clips. Here we go. So yeah, it's really not that bad for the price range. The drone is really not that bad as long as you have your cats. Keep your cats if you want it to sound good. In a sense, it kind of gives me ISR vibes, but obviously it's not ISR. What else? If you want it louder, get test pipes. And I'll see if I can get some drive-by clips. We'll see what happens. It's more high.
Redo that.
You're fine, just go.